Hey, welcome. This is Coach Ma giving you a quick video on how to get your teams entered on athletic.net for the upcoming TAH-NEVA championships. So what we have here is athletic.net, a site that we use all throughout the United States for basically all the high schools do for entering their athletes and creating meets for meet management purposes. So if you haven't already, you need to go to athletic.net and create a user account. Now this is free. Do the free one. And make sure you sign up as a middle school and click track and field so it's not cross country. Once you've created your account with athletic.net, you want to now go and log in and register for the meet. So I know that Carson Valley Middle School with Kevin down there, they've already registered the last couple of years, and so they have their account set up. Once it's done, it's there every year for them. So I'm going to log in as if I'm Kevin here and show you how to sign up for the meet. Okay, so we're on the 2011 outdoor calendar. We see that his season calendar, he hasn't put any meets in for this year. You guys use stickers so much it's not an issue to put it in the computer yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a meet. So we click a meet, of course it's going to be Nevada, we click next. It's going to search for every meet in Nevada for all the middle schools, and so I can refine my search by clicking on May if I want to. It's going to be in May. And then if I go down to Wednesday the 18th, you can see it there. And if I click on that, we should be able to register our team. Okay, so now we've registered. We can see our name here is Carson Valley Middle School, and on our calendar is the TAH-NEVA Championship. And so now, in order for Kevin to get ready for next week, by this coming Monday, he will click on register now, and he wants to register his athletes once he's in. And so we could really mess with Kevin and put a bunch of athletes in there. No, just kidding. So just to show you real quick, and Kevin can go and change these, it's not a big deal. He'll have all of his athletes from last year listed on here, and it actually advances everybody a year. So anybody who was Kevin's 7th graders last year are now 8th graders this year in the computer system. And the reason you're seeing 9th graders is because those were his 8th graders last year. And we should look and see if there's anybody in 7th grade on his list, which I don't see any. Those would have been his 6th graders from last year. So a couple ways you can do this. You can do it by meet entries. So on the boys division, you would click on the 80-meter hurdles, and that event is going to pop up, and it's going to give you everybody's who's on his team list who we can put into the event. So for example, if Kyle Barnes is going to run it, we need to let the computer system know if he's an 8th grader or 7th grader. So we're going to say he's an 8th grader this year. And you have to make sure when you put your override seeds in, when you guys are doing these manually, that you put in the right time. So let's say he ran the 80 meters in, we'll say 12 seconds flat, 12.00, and I put a little letter A after that. And A will mean it's converting it from a hand time to an automated time. So I hit save changes, and it'll take you back. And if you look up here, it now tells you have one athlete entered for the 800 meter. And then if you look down below, you can also see by the athlete's name what events they're entered into. So you need to go through your whole team and get everybody entered into all their events, correct spots. And then when you are done, you need to go up here. What's going on here? And I would print my results. I like to do it by athlete because then the kids can see it. So if I do print by athlete, it's going to show, because I've only entered Kyle, it's going to show Kyle Barnes entered into the 80-meter hurdles, and it's an override time of 12 seconds. Okay, so once he's done his whole team, he'll print it out. You double check it, triple check it, quadruple check it, make sure it's right. You like it, and there's no problems. and then I have all that information that I can compile the meet for. So, any questions, give me a shout. It's pretty basic going through. And a couple different ways too. You can click on the event up here and put everybody in the event that way. Or if you like to do it by the individual person, you can actually click on, for example, Araya here. We could click on Araya. And instead of being event specific that way, we can actually choose, we have the athlete's name, and we can choose whatever events we want her to be in. So let's put her in the first 3 events. Please make sure you put your override seed. Put the best time you have for the season in the override box, so that those can be seeded in the meet properly. If you don't put that, then it can be entered as a no time or a no mark, and they won't be able to compete in their heat with their appropriate type of competitors. Okay? So there's a brief little lesson on how to do that.